Maggie went home a little exhausted. She had no problem with the human resource department as everything was already set. She only signed a few papers and that was all. "Mrs. Woodlock, congratulations," the human resource officer said and shook her hands. "The remuneration was good and can keep her through her dark days." One thing that seemed to burden her mind: what does John Hans want from her? She wondered. She was lured into marriage with Roland with strict condition never to fall in love with him, but things did not go that way because when she did not see the purpose of their blackmail, neither understood their motive, she gradually fell in love with him. Roland was a man of his word, a man that would not say a thing and go back on it. He had great plans for her and wanted the best for her. She blamed herself for ever meeting with John and how he had used and messed her life up. She was called to submit her CV to the United Nations headquarters for a job, but just as they kept her in the dark regarding her marriage to Roland, so they had also kept her in regards to this job. Though she needed money, but she felt there was more to the job than just giving her a livelihood. She met John years ago after her first divorce in a nightclub she attended in the company of an admirer, Carlos. She was over the hills that night that she did not know what happened to her. Just after a glass of whiskey she felt very dizzy, and every other thing that played out that night was what she was told and seen through the CCTV footage. Apparently she got into a fight with Carlos for kissing another lady, and in the heat of the fight she said she will kill him, which everyone around heard. A threat she made absent-mindedly. She also fought the lady in question and broke a bottle of wine over her. Maggie only woke up the following day in a room with Carlos stabbed to death. Like a nightmare, she got up in confusion, not knowing what to do. She quickly grabbed her cloths and left the house, but then it was too late. John was at the door when she opened the outside door. John was Carlos' friend and was with him in the club that same night. She was introduced to him and he sat with them with his own lady. John had used that case to blackmail her ever since to do some of his dirty jobs. The case was buried after a few investigations into the matter. Maggie knew John can always turn her to the police, should she refuse to do his biddings. The one that surprised her was their interest in getting her married to Robert, because there was no physical harm to him, neither to his business, and they were together for almost 3 years before the divorce. Thinking closely at the reason for the divorce, she can still see the invisible hands of John at work. Her cell phone began to ring and there was no caller ID, so she let it into voicemail. It rang again and again, so she picked up but kept silent. "Hello." She heard a male voice at the other end. "Maggie, are you there?" he said. "Who are you?" She managed to say. "You know who. Meet me at the usual place in 30 minutes. John." She froze, looking at her wristwatch. It was 6:30 p.m.